drop everything you're doing right now and let's talk about how overpowered Bloodlands right now is. It was already good in Season 1, but they tinkered with how Overpower works. And together with the Vampiric Powers, Bloodlands is absolutely super S tier. What changed? Overpower now multiplies with Vulnerable and also Critical Strike. Currently doing tier 50 and 60 Nightmare dungeons with level 78. Unique bosses tier 100, you name it. This build can beat it. Let me explain the gameplay loop. We're playing Bone Prison. Yes, Bone Prison, because everything inside will be permanently vulnerable. Not only that, but Bone Prison still helps us to spawn even more blood orbs together with our corpse tendrils. So Bone Prison into corpse tendrils pull everything together, and then when you're launching your blood lances in, they're gonna come from everywhere and pierce them inside the Bone Prison. Especially if it's tier 100 dungeon, they can't even reach you anymore. It's the ultimate bullying build. Oh, and if the Bone Prison goes out and you don't already have it back because of Decrepify, then you just blood wave to push everyone back with the triple blood wave, make another 9 blood orbs. And since you're having the Gorkquill aspect, which consumes blood orbs for more blood lances and more fortify and more heal and more overpower and overpower cooldown reduction, you bully everyone and you get your essence back. And that works against bosses and the great cooldown reduction. You get even more cooldown reduction on your ultimate with the Vampiric Powers. Again, ultimate bullying build that does simply not die. Now, you might have noticed that I don't actually play Blood Mist at all, and it's working perfectly even in high Nightmare dungeons because of the Prison, Blood Wave, and the Metamorphosis Vampiric Power. 1 to 100 skill breakdown followed up by gear, stats, Paragon Board, Book of the Dead, everything. There's also a link in the description below with the exact leveling breakdown that you know where to put every point at which level. Everything begins with Hemorrhage into Acolyte's Hemorrhage for the bonus attack speed, because this is how you refill your essence in between if you don't have the blood orbs running, if the blood wave is not making the 9 blood orbs. Then we have Bloodlands, obviously with Supernatural Bloodlands for the 6x stack. And yes, we're also playing Imperfectly Balanced for the X 15% bonus damage because it's just so much. Now, Bone Prison is going to be played together with Ghastly Bone Prison for the permanent vulnerable. The good thing is, whenever you cast Bone Prison, you also get 25 essence plus an additional 5 per enemy trapped. So if you already blasted out some blood lances, this can regain bonus. We have Decrepify with the Abhorrent Decrepify, giving us the cooldown reduction and at the same time amplify damage and also Death Reach for the bonus damage. And then we're maxing out all the blood passives, so we get the bonus overpower damage, the bonus damage while healthy, a chance for more blood orbs, followed by corpse tendrils into blighted corpse tendrils that we actually make bonus blood orbs. And that has the still bugged, somewhat lucky hit percentage interaction with Bone Prison that the 35% seems more or less 100% when Bone Prison is running. Also, we do put the points into Bone Spirit together with Dreadful Bone Spirit for the essence generation, because we will play the unique chest piece. And yes, even if you don't have it already, you might as well put the points in there. You don't need the points anywhere else. Blood Wave into Supreme Blood Wave for the bonus blood orbs, then the standalone and Memento Mori that you're getting the bonus sacrifice bonuses and damage reduction. And yes, also Inspiring Leader that we actually get the bonus attack speed, because attack speed is everything here. Blast your blood lances out as fast as you can, then hemorrhage back up a little bit, have the blood orbs restore your essence at the same time, have the perfect essence production machine to never run out, and last but not least, Rathmus Vigor for guaranteed overpower, but also the cooldown reduction as you're constantly consuming blood orbs with all your amazing aspects. Key aspects you 100% want is Potent Blood. While healthy blood orbs grant 10 to 20 essence, this can be had from the Codex of Power, very good. And on the ring, you want a maximum life, overpower damage, physical damage, damage against close, or a lucky hit chance, something in that direction. Also, blood orbs reduce your ultimate cooldown by 1 second. Very good. 1.5 seconds would be good, better, but this is also Codex of Powers to always have Blood Wave up. Then you do need a Blood Lance, will consume blood orbs to also conjure lances from them. I have this currently on my amulet, but I would usually have a different one on the amulet and put this on the weapon. I'll show you which one to swap around. On the amulet, Ranks to Coalesce's Blood is really nice. Alternative Ranks to Tides of Blood would also be fantastic. Now, often I have a Rathmus chosen. Whenever your blood skills overpower, you gain 41 to 50% attack speed for 4 seconds, and you continuously overpower. This one supposedly should be landing on your amulet, and that from the amulet comes over here. We're looking for all stats, intelligence, essence cost reduction, critical strike chance, vulnerable damage, physical damage, all that kind of stuff. Lucky hit chance doesn't hurt as well. For the weapon, we currently have Untimely Death. Each percent of your maximum life you heal beyond 100%, which you continuously do. Bonus overpower damage on your next overpowering attack up to 60%. And here you obviously want to have the overpower damage on. Damage for the slow works really well. Poor skill damage would be nice. The chest is the Blood Artisan's Cuirass, which you can really simple farm by killing Lord Zier with Legion events, or Grégoire the Galvanic Saint with Helltide events in World Tier 4. This one is a terrible roll because, well, it's 10 Blood Orbs need to be picked up. You want the 5 Blood Orb here. Now on my gloves, I have the Blood Wave multi-trigger, so you get the 3 Blood Waves out. Here you 100% want ranks and Bloodlands and overpower damage. The rest is optional. And on my legs, I would play T-Ball's Will, which gives you deal 40% increased damage while unstoppable and for 4 seconds after, which you will achieve with your Vampiric Powers. When you become unstoppable, gain 50% of your primary resource too. That's great. I did experiment with the aspect of the Embalmer for consuming corpses for blood orbs, but it was really not worth it without the auto-spawn corpse explosion hard. So here I would go for the aspect of Disobedience for the bonus armor. You definitely want maximum life, total armor really good, 20 damage after picking up a blood orb, why not, all stats or cooldown reduction. For my boots, I'm currently running Flicker Step, which gives you movement speed, ultimate skill damage. Yes, that makes your Blood Wave even more dangerous. And each enemy you evade through, and you're going to be evading through enemies, reduces your active ultimate cooldown by 4 seconds up to 10 seconds. That works plenty well, especially attacks reduce evade cooldown by 1.1 second, and you can reduce that so fast with your Bloodlands, Overpower, Super Attack Speed, Hemorrhage, everything. Vampiric Power for Bloodlands are absolutely insane. Blood Boil. When your core skills overpower an enemy, you spawn 3 volatile blood drops. Collecting a volatile blood drop causes them to explode, and every 20 seconds you get another guaranteed overpower. Interesting here is if you Bloodlands people, all the blood drops end essentially between them as they're pulled together in your bone prison, and then you dash over it and everything explodes. Second one is Hemomancer. Your attacks deal 80% of your maximum life as physical damage to nearby enemies, and well, we do quite a lot, and Hemomancy can actually trigger your Who de Flesh to actually make corpses for your corpse tendrils in the very beginning. Now, this also heals you, so every 4 seconds free heal, free damage. Then the most important one you get for finishing the season quest is Metamorphosis. When you evade, you turn into a cloud of bats, becoming unstoppable for 2 seconds. Enemies along your path take physical damage and are afflicted with Vampiric Curse, which ties perfectly together with Prey on the Weak. You deal 12% increased damage to vulnerable enemies, and enemies are vulnerable while affected by Vampiric Curse. So we Vampiric Curse them while dashing, we have them vulnerable while we have them in the bone prison, and then that's 12% multiplicative more damage, which goes up to 16% on level 3. Last but not least, I play Hectic. For every 5 basic skills you cast, one of your active cooldowns is reduced by 1.5 seconds. That's quite intriguing. Alternatively, you could also play Ravenous, up to a 20% chance to increase your attack speed by 30% of your total movement speed. Or potentially Domination with 18% increased damage to enemies that are stunned, immobilized, frozen, or feared. Also, if they're injured and non-elite, they're instantly killed, which kind of works really good with all your Bloodlances coming from everywhere. Might actually be very good. The first glyph will be Blood Drinker, because that automatically eats the blood orbs and then fortifies us the whole time for maximum fortify. Going into the Bloodbath board and also the Control glyph for the bonus damage against stunned enemies and slowed, which we both do with our Curse and Corpse Tendrils. Following up into the Blood Begets board for all the crazy overpower nodes that are actually there, and also boosting Imbiber. For every 5 willpower, you do more damage while healthy, and your healing heals you more, which never hurts. On the right side, we go into the Bone Graft board. In the Bone Graft board, we actually just want the node for maximum life and armor. This is another 12% maximum life bonus. If you wonder what these highlighted nodes are, these are just the intelligence nodes that are in the range of the Sacrificial glyph, which is giving us 10% more damage if we have no active minions, and since it needs 40 int, it just marks all the intelligence nodes close by. Upwards, we're going into the Send of Death board, because that is less damage taken or more damage done with corpses close by. On top of that, we have the Dominate glyph, where we're actually going to be getting bonus overpower damage, and that with 54 willpower, and this will be plus 200 or 300% overpower at its max level. What anime is that? And also, if you're rather interested in the Blood Surge Summoner, check this out. And if you want a fast leveling guide, I got you covered.